Hey guys, I recently uploaded a video. It's called Cutting to the Spectator's Card, and it's basically like they have a chosen card and you put it anywhere in the deck and the spectator cuts it how many times or wherever they want, and you just cut right to it. Okay? So, let's get into the tutorial. So the first secret of the trick is this little guy right here, the double backer. Okay? The idea is when you break in a deck of cards, when you spring it or when you shuffle it or whatever you do, you're creating a bend or like a curve in the cards. So a double backer looks the exact same from the front or the back, but you can see right here, you can see a curve. So if you put it like this, it fits in with the rest of the cards. If you flip it over, although it looks the same, it's gonna have like a crease or a gap. So with that being said, let's get into the trick. Okay? First of all, you're gonna try to create a little bend in these cards. You don't have to bend this card intentionally, just like spring the cards or do some shuffles. You kind of create a bend in all these cards, okay? So, if you've done that, you can let the spectator pick a card. Let's say they pick this one, okay? Which is the Four of Hearts, okay? And what you're gonna do is basically put this card on top of the deck, just like that, okay? And you're gonna distract them with conversation or hand gestures or whatever. Just do some misdirection. And what you're gonna do is actually get a pinky break under the top two cards, which is their chosen card and the double backer, okay? So, get a pinky break under two cards, right? And then turn them over as one. So it's a double backer, and even if you turn it over, it still looks the same, okay? So, turn over as one, and so your card is at the second position, alright? So, when you turn two cards over, although it looks the same, but you can see a gap right here, okay? And that is what allows you to cut to their card, okay? So, when you turn the card over, and you're gonna cut the card immediately, so they won't notice the gap, okay? So you're gonna skirt up and tell them to cut how many times they want or wherever they want. Just tell them to cut the cards, okay? So when they're done cutting the cards, you can basically see like a little gap right there, and that is where double backer and the spectator's card is. And basically what you're gonna do is eyeball the gap right there and just lift it up. And what you're gonna do to make sure that's their card is you're gonna take a peek at this card. If this card is the double backer, then put it down, okay? And make sure you don't flash it. So if this card is the double backer, then this should be their card, okay? But if you kind of pick up and you saw this is their card, show them, okay? It's basically like the same effect, okay? So, there's actually another situation. If your card, or if the double backer is on top. If the double backer is on top, don't worry. If you see this gap right here, you know that's the double backer, but they won't notice, so just tell them to cut one more time, okay? So, make sure the double backer is in the middle, is somewhere in the middle, and just eyeball it, kind of pick up this portion, and look at this card. If it's double backer, and you're good. And this should be your selection. Okay? So let's go through this again. Okay? So the setup is double backer on top. You're gonna spring the cards to create a little bend in all these cards. Okay? Then you're gonna have a selection made. Let's say this one. 10 of hearts. Put the 10 of hearts on top. Catch a pinky break under the top two cards. Okay? And you're going to turn them over as one. Okay? And there should be a little gap right there. Don't worry. They won't notice. And you're just going to cut the cards once and hand it to the spectator. Tell them to cut it however they want. Okay? And after they cut it, square it up so you can see a little gap right here, and eyeball the gap with about this much. Look at this card. If it's a double backer, and you're good. Put it down. Make sure you don't flash it, and reveal their card. And that's it, guys. Hope you guys like it. If you like it, please click like and subscribe.